the citizens of the earth, like in Leviticus 14:35, they will be getting a plague in their house, and it's a plague of mold, and that also will go along with their body. Mold will appear on food, women, and alike. The mother will receive yeast infections, and men will receive yeast infections, and alike, meaning the whole family. Mold will appear on food, clothes, and on body areas, and in your orifices of your body till you dress properly and clean your houses. Where do you think in your mind it became physical, and it is appalling in God's sight? Now, what is he talking about? It become physical. The way the clothes are, the way you wear your clothes, the way your house is nasty and unclean. Even complimenting people like this is going to be done to you. So I'm going to get into the open vision, and it was one after another. Wham, wham, all this morning. This went on for hours of open visions. And here will be your judgment for these things. I get an open vision of a higher middle class house. And in the house, there showed dirty, filthy dishes in the sink, not done. Then there was a plate of steak, like a huge New York strip thick steak with the sides on it. And it's like just laid there right in front of dirty dishes in the sink, the food. It is that filthy. Then all of a sudden I'm staring at it, and it turns from a really good looking plate of food to like all this mold growing in the meat. In the meat. This is going to be everyone's plagues if you don't stop doing these sins that I'm going to get into you and tell you about. So then I looked up from where I was standing in this house. It was a big, huge house, kind of like large, like how the Brady Bunch house would be, like that big. And then I look, and into the living room, I see like a step up to get into like this huge living room, and I see like this yellow paint on the wall. And I'll tell you what that yellow paint means. Hold on. Here's what that yellow means. It's the trial of faith will be more precious than gold and be tried with fire. We are going through a purification process, and you're being hammered on by God. And there's no stopping this unless you stop sinning and stop doing this stuff that he's showing us. And this even includes me. Are you kidding me? I'm not exempt from this. This is just all new to me too. And so that's what that yellow symbolized in that house. I was shown in that house too as I turned around. Empty kitchen table, just full of junk. It was not even reserved for family members no more that don't sit down and have a meal together. Then I was shown another kitchen. It was a filthy kitchen stove. This stove had so much thick grease on it from the top to the bottom. And I seen a tea kettle on the back right side, and that thing had filth all on it. That was like stood out to me. And that means people are sitting on the back burner right now and doing nothing to stop their sinning, stop these judgments from coming, not looking to find God, not to look to find what is the right way to live and what is the right way to live. And then right immediately after that, I got another open vision of a filthy sink of dirty dishes to the top. It was just heaped. These houses were not like the hoarder houses. These were filthy houses, and these are the way people of the earth live now. Filthy. Then I get an open vision of a tomato can upside down. It was just like that. It went wham! It was old and it was upside down, this tomato can. What's in this can? Fruit. What is your can? Your vessel. Upside down, your fruit was old and it's stagnant and he's had it. And then right after that, I get another open vision and it slams down right in front of me. Wham! And it's a tomato can and it says ripe on it. And then I get like instantly another open vision of like a kitchen from like the 1940s. And this 1940s kitchen, the kitchen was perfectly clean. Perfectly clean. So when you get a ripe tomatoes, that's time for what? What he said in the book of Revelations, that's a warning that the harvest is near. Also, that is like a message within a message. So then I get another open vision of a woman in 1800s clothes. She's happy. She's cooking over a fire, like a fireplace in her house. It was a beautiful house with an open fireplace, and she's clothed with a long dress all the way to the ground, and her hair was wrapped up in like a covering and pinned up, and just like the front of her hair showed. And then her husband and many of her children come in from their chores and playing, and they sat down for the meal and prayed. That's what he wants to see. Okay? People. And then I get another open vision of people meeting in houses, having nice conversation. It wasn't about your clothes. It wasn't about anything. They sat down and they were reading the Bible. I'm being shown back in time what people did. And God was real pleased with these people. They gave to one another. They gave to the poor. It's not like today. And then I get another open vision. Whose money is it? People stealing. Heard the fighting over money. I've seen two men fighting over money, stealing money from one another. And I hear their voices screaming from this vision, from out of this vision. The greed, the stealing, the fighting over money, and who claims to be it. And all the liars. He is fed up with people like that compared to what was just shown to me. Then I get another open vision. It's of a baby girl dressed in a bonnet, and it's all cotton clothes, all cotton, all the way down to the feet, with ruffled a slip underneath there on the babies, down to the booties and the socks, all dressed up. A cute, proper baby is what I was being showed. This child had to have been like no more than 8 months old. And then I get another open of a 5-year-old girl with skimpy clothes on, acting like she's 16 years old, with makeup on, and her mother too, wearing these yoga pants. And God showed me this person's backside, and it zoomed in. I was like, whoa, where is this going? It zoomed in right into the rear end. Right into the backside. And I instantly knew they wore no underwear. And then the little girl in the house was wearing the same clothes, cut off shirt as the mother, that age, child of 8-year-old, and one before that, 5-year-old, acting like an adult woman, half dressed, no clothing on. And this woman was not married to this man, living in this huge house, fireplace of the now, we need to achieve era, and don't care about anything but our looks and dressing naked. God is appalled. This is why judgments of mold are coming to people, including their children. So I am watching this play out as the mother's walking around in clothes like I just shown you. Her boyfriend is not looking at her. He's looking at that 8-year-old little girl dressed like her and having sexual arousal and feelings toward this woman's child, and she could care less. All she cared about was her look and how to do this house, which wasn't even hers, to keep up appearances to everyone that she is something good to anyone. Not in God's eyes. She is not even good, not even her child, not even that man. I was told, dressing in these mannerisms, with your children, allowing your small children to be dressed like that, no underwear on, following their mothers the way they're dressing. Same with men. Same with men. With your tight jeans and your crotch all bulged up. God's had it with that. Drawers drooping down. You and everyone alike will get the plague of mold down from yeast infections in the mouth, in the bowels, in through your food. You will literally start seeing this down into infections of every orifice of these people's bodies. Do they repent, learn how to start dressing properly? These people are going to suffer Jesus' plague of mold.